Hey everyone, I'm Miss May from Alpha Code. Quick question, what does the verb work mean? If you said trabajar or to have a job, you're right, but that's only the beginning. The verb work is not just about having a job. Native speakers use work to talk about functionality, results, effort, solutions, progress, and so much more. By the end of this video, you'll understand why we say things like, "This plan works." "My phone doesn't work." "Everything worked out." "I'm working on myself." Let's work through this problem. If you think work only means trabajar, this video will completely change how you use it. Let's dive in. Alright, today we're breaking down the verb work. Most people associate it with jobs and employment, but native speakers use work in many different ways for functionality, effectiveness, effort, problem solving, and results. Once you understand all these uses, your English becomes much more flexible and natural. Let's break it down step by step, the way it's actually used in real life. Meaning 1. Employment, job. Work equals trabajar, tener empleo, desempeñar un trabajo. Work, employment, job. Let's start with the most basic meaning, the one you probably already know. The fundamental meaning of work is to do a job or engage in professional activity. Core concept, work, perform a job, have employment, engage in professional activity. Let's look at some examples. I work in IT. I'm employed in the IT industry. She works from home. Her job is done remotely. He works long hours. His job requires many hours. Where do you work? What's your place of employment? I work at Google. I'm employed at Google. She works as a teacher. Her profession is teaching. Do you work full-time or part-time? Employment status. Key patterns. Work plus in plus industry field. I work in finance. She works in healthcare. Work plus at for plus company place. I work at Microsoft. He works for a startup. Work plus as plus job title. I work as an engineer. She works as a consultant. Work, job, profession. Key idea, this is the basic employment job meaning, performing professional activities. But native speakers don't stop there. Work has many more meanings that are just as common. Meaning 2, function, operate. Work, function, operate. Here's where it gets interesting for most learners. We also use work to talk about things functioning properly, machines, devices, systems, plans. Core concept, work, function, operate, run properly. This is not about jobs or employment, it's about whether something functions correctly. Listen to these examples. This phone doesn't work. Isn't functioning. The system is working now. Functioning, operating properly. My key won't work. Doesn't function, won't open the lock. Does this app work on iPhone? Function operate on. The elevator isn't working. Not functioning. How does this work? How does it function operate? My car works perfectly. Functions without problems. Key idea, work equals function. Important note, when talking about machines, devices, technology, or systems, work means function or operate. It has nothing to do with employment. Common things we say work about. Technology, does the Wi-Fi work? Machines, the printer isn't working. Systems, the heating works great. Tools, this tool works well. Vehicles, my car works fine. This is super common in everyday English. You'll use this meaning constantly. Meaning 3, be effective, produce results. Work, be effective, succeed. Now let's talk about results and effectiveness. Native speakers use work all the time when something is effective, successful, or produces the desired result. Core concept, work equals be effective, succeed, produce desired results, be a good solution. This is different from function, it's about whether something achieves its purpose or goal. Check out these examples. This plan works. Is effective successful. That idea won't work. Won't be effective successful. It worked perfectly. Was completely effective. Your strategy works. Is effective. This approach doesn't work for me. Isn't effective for my situation. The solution worked. Was effective successful. I tried it, but it didn't work. Wasn't effective. Key idea, work equals be effective, succeed. Think of it this way. Function equals does it operate. Technical. Be effective equals does it achieve the goal? Result-oriented. Examples showing the difference. Function meaning. My phone works. It turns on and operates. Effectiveness meaning. This diet works. It produces weight loss results. That excuse won't work on me. Won't be effective won't convince me. Common context for this meaning. Plans, the plan worked. Strategies, this strategy works better. Ideas, that idea might work. Solutions, this solution works. Methods, this method doesn't work. Excuses, that excuse won't work. Relationships, we just don't work together. Aren't compatible. This is huge in everyday conversation, natives use this constantly. Meaning 4, make effort, progress, improve. Work, effort, progress, improvement. Here's another super common way natives use work. We use work to talk about effort, personal improvement, progress toward goals, and developing skills. Core concept, work equals make effort, improve, progress, develop, practice. This is about the process of improvement and making progress, not about having a job. Listen to these examples. Work on yourself. Improve yourself, develop yourself. I'm working on a project. Actively developing, progressing on. We're working toward a goal. Making progress toward. She's working on her English. Improving, practicing. I need to work on my patience. Improve, develop. They're working on the problem. Trying to solve it. Work on your skills. Develop, improve them. Key patterns. Work plus on plus something equals improve, develop, make progress on. I'm working on my presentation. Work on your weaknesses. Work plus toward, towards plus goal equals make progress toward, strive for. We're working toward better results. She's working toward her degree. Work plus at plus something equals make effort to improve, achieve. You need to work at building trust. He's working at being more patient. Key idea, work equals effort to improve, progress. Common expressions. Work on yourself equals improve yourself, develop personally. Work on a relationship equals improve, maintain it. Work toward a goal equals make progress toward achieving it. Work at something equals make continuous effort. This use of work is especially common when talking about personal development, skills improvement, relationship building, goal achievement, problem solving, projects and tasks. This is everywhere in motivational contexts and personal growth discussions. Meaning 5, manipulate, handle, operate. There's another meaning of work that's useful to know. We use work when handling, manipulating, or operating something with skill. Core concept, work, handle, manipulate, operate, use skillfully. Examples. She knows how to work the system. Manipulate, navigate it skillfully. He can work a crowd. Handle, engage an audience well. I don't know how to work this machine. Operate, use it. She works the dough carefully. Manipulates, handles it. Work the clay with your hands. Manipulate, shape it. Key idea, work can mean skillfully handling, operating, or manipulating something. This is less common than the other meanings, but you'll still hear it. Meaning 6, have an effect, influence. One more meaning to know. We use work when something has an effect or influence on something else. Core concept, work, have an effect, influence, act upon. Examples. Time works in our favor. Acts in our benefit. Gravity works on all objects. Acts upon. The medicine is working. Having an effect. Let the cleaner work for a few minutes. Act, take effect. Key idea, work expresses having an effect or influence, often gradually. You'll hear this especially with medicine, chemicals, time, and forces. Common phrasal verbs. Work, phrasal verbs, real life. Now let's look at the most common phrasal verbs with work that you need to know. These are fixed expressions, don't try to translate them literally. Work out equals succeed, exercise, solve, develop successfully. This has multiple meanings, context tells you which one. Meaning 1, succeed, turn out well. Everything worked out. Succeeded, turned out well. I hope it works out for you. I hope it succeeds. Things didn't work out. Didn't succeed. Meaning 2, exercise, do physical training. I work out every day. Exercise. She works out at the gym. Exercises. Meaning 3, solve, figure out, calculate. Can you work out this problem? Solve it. Let me work out the cost. Calculate. I'm trying to work it out. Figure it out, solve it. Meaning 4, develop, happen, how things turn out. Let's see how it works out. How it develops. This is probably the most common phrasal verb with work. You'll hear it constantly. Work on equals improve, develop, try to fix, make progress on. Core meaning, make effort to improve, develop, or fix something. Examples. I'm working on it. Making progress on it, trying to improve, fix it. Work on your pronunciation. Improve it. She's working on her thesis. Developing, writing it. We need to work on this issue. Address, fix it. This is super common, you'll use this all the time. Work with, collaborate with, use as material, tolerate. Meaning 1, collaborate, cooperate. I work with a great team. Collaborate with. Who do you work with? Who are your colleagues? Meaning 2, use as material, resources. We have to work with what we have. Use available resources. I'm working with limited information. Using, operating with. Meaning 3, be compatible, able to tolerate. I can work with that. I can accept, tolerate that. This solution works with our system. Is compatible. Work through, solve systematically, process, deal with. Core meaning, solve problems systematically or process emotions, issues. Examples. We work through the problem. Solve it systematically. Let's work through this together. Solve, process it together. She's working through some issues. Processing, dealing with personal issues. Work through each step carefully. Go through systematically. This is common when solving problems or dealing with emotional difficult situations. Work toward, towards equals make progress toward, strive for. Core meaning, make efforts to achieve a goal. Examples. I'm working toward my goals. Striving to achieve. We're working toward a solution. Making progress toward. She's working toward a promotion. Striving for. Very common in goal setting and progress contexts. Additional common phrasal verbs, quick mentions. Work around or find an alternative solution, bypass. We'll work around that problem. Find an alternative. Work in equals incorporate, include, fit into schedule. Can you work in a meeting tomorrow? Fit it into schedule. Work and some examples. Incorporate them. Work off equals eliminate through work exercise. I'm working off those calories. Burning them through exercise. Work off your stress. Eliminate through activity. Work up equals develop gradually, build up, create. I'm working up the courage. Building it up. He worked up a sweat. Created through effort. Work up an appetite. Develop through activity. Work over equals examine thoroughly, beat up, slang. Let me work over these numbers. Examine thoroughly. Remember, learn these as complete expressions, not individual words. Common expressions. Fixed expressions with work. Now let me show you some expressions with work that natives use every single day. Work like a charm equals work perfectly, be very effective. The solution work like a charm. Work perfectly. Example, I tried your advice and it worked like a charm. Work wonders equals be extremely effective, produce amazing results. This medicine works wonders. Is extremely effective. Example, a good night's sleep works wonders for your mood. Work your magic equals use your special skills to solve something. Can you work your magic on this problem? Use your skills. Example, the tech guy worked his magic and fixed my computer. Work your way up equals advance gradually through effort. He worked his way up from entry level. Advance gradually. Example, she worked her way up to CEO. Work your fingers to the bone equals work extremely hard. I've been working my fingers to the bone. Working extremely hard. Example, they work their fingers to the bone and barely get by. Work against the clock equals work with limited time, race against time. We're working against the clock. Racing against time. Example, the team work against the clock to meet the deadline. Work around the clock equals work all day and night, 24/7. They work around the clock. Work continuously. Example, doctors are working around the clock to help patients. Work hand in hand equals work closely together, cooperate closely. We work hand in hand with clients. Work closely together. Example, success works hand in hand with effort. Work cut out for you equals have a difficult task ahead. You have your work cut out for you. Have a challenging task. Example, with that deadline, we've got our work cut out for us. All work and no play equals working too much without fun rest. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Common saying. Example, you need balance, don't be all work and no play. Make short work of equals complete quickly, deal with efficiently. He made short work of the task. Completed it quickly. Example, she made short work of the competition. Work in progress equals something still being developed, not finished. It's a work in progress. Still being developed. Example, my English is a work in progress, but I'm improving. Work both ways equals apply to both sides, be mutual. Trust works both ways. Must be mutual. Example, respect works both ways in a relationship. Work to your advantage equals benefit you, be favorable. This situation works to your advantage. Benefits you. Example, use your experience, it works to your advantage. These expressions are everywhere in English, movies, TV, conversations, books. Real life example. Putting it all together. So now let's put everything together in one real life situation. Listen to how I use work throughout this story, notice all the different meanings. Text appears on screen as spoken, with key uses of work highlighted. So today I work from home and work on a new project. At first, my computer didn't work, but after a restart, everything worked fine. The plan worked better than expected, and the team worked well together. We worked through some challenges and everything worked out in the end. I know I need to keep working on myself and work toward my long-term goals. By the end of the day, I felt like all the hard work was worth it. Tomorrow I'll work out at the gym and then work on my presentation. I'm also working with a new client who I think will be great to collaborate with. That's how native speakers really use the verb work. Let's break down what just happened. Work from home equals perform job remotely, employment meaning. Worked on a project equals made progress on, developed effort meaning. Didn't work equals didn't function, function meaning. Worked fine equals function properly, function meaning. Worked better than expected equals was effective successful, effectiveness meaning. Worked well together equals collaborated effectively, cooperation. Worked through challenges equals solved systematically, phrasal verb. Worked out equals succeeded, turned out well, phrasal verb. Working on myself equals improving myself, self-development meaning. Work toward goals equals make progress toward, goal-oriented meaning. Hard work equals effort, noun form. Work out at the gym equals exercise, phrasal verb. Work on presentation equals develop improve, effort meaning. Working with a client equals collaborating with, cooperation meaning. That's the power of understanding work. Conclusion. So there you have it, the verb work broken down the way native speakers actually use it. Remember the key points. Work equals employment job, have a job, perform professional work. Work equals function operate, machines, systems, technology. Work equals be effective succeed, plans, ideas, solutions. Work equals make effort improve, personal development, progress. Work equals handle, manipulate, operate skillfully. Phrasal verbs equals learn as blocks, work out, work on, work through, work toward, work with. Common expressions equals use in daily life. If you understand the real uses of work, your English immediately sounds more natural, flexible, and native. The more you notice how natives use it in movies, podcasts, and conversation, the more automatic it becomes. Keep working on your English, hard work works. The effort you put in will work out in the end. Call to action. If this video helped you understand work, give it a thumbs up, it really helps. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos in this series. Page facing up. Download the full PDF guide in the description below. It has all the examples, patterns, and practice exercises. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Until next time, keep learning, keep improving, and remember, consistent work works wonders. Miss MEI, Alpha Code Instructor.